mean, if you need me to talk, I'll talk. But if I don't have to talk, you know what? I'll just stay silent. You don't know me. Especially with something like this going out to the public, who knows? It might be used against me.
It's not gonna be used against you, bro. Trust.
Yeah, no.
All right, all
But
right.
just anything to help out on the audio.
Okay, give me a second. Let me just copy this text real quick. I'll send you the questions, but I'll also ask you them. So, just take your time, think about what you're gonna answer. All that stuff.
All good.
All right. Can we get a short introduction and what game you mainly play?
All right, so my name is, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Ruby. I mainly play Skullgirls on the personal computer. If anybody needs to know what my main characters are, I play mainly Beowulf, a Beo band team, but primarily it will be the Beo double band team, also known as the Sev Beo team.
Yeah, no, I'm honestly a big fan. I love using your tech, man. Uh, what are some of your achievements?
I think I would say some of the achievements I've gotten that I'm happy with is so far the achievements. I'm happy that I was actually able to be a part of the SGCS tournament twice. The first season being I made it through the last chance qualifier and getting the infamous Funko Pop, if you guys know what that is, and then also being able to be on the Mizumi Wiki. That was as a notable player, which was definitely something I was not really ready to be a part of. I thought I need to be a way higher level than that, but I guess I met the requirements, and I really am able to be one of the someone of note to be like, hey, if you need to take notes of Beowulf, here you go. Watch this player. So I'm just happy with a lot of those types of results, even like something as big as NLBC when it was still around, being able to get top 5 and just being able to be considered as a consistent top 8 player that even like players like Sage and Sonic can look at me and be like, yeah, no, that guy's a master. Even though I haven't won a mixed masters or won any major medals, to still be considered as a top level threat like that is very crazy to me.
All right, that's nice. What are you mainly known for? Like on the internet and stuff.
I think how people know me is I will usually either stream on twitch.tv/Ruby_Chan, or you guys will see me go a little bit crazy, a little bit nonsensical, or sometimes even just through my YouTube gameplay of play alone. But I think generally speaking, a lot of players just know me as one of the Beowulf players. Like, considering the predecessors are Sev and Rabble before me, and then now being considered like, oh, Ruby's definitely one of the best Beowulf players now, and love him or hate him with Beowulf. So you got it, like you have some supporters and some big haters of the character.
Oh,
So
there are some huge
especially the
haters.
fact that I can be a threat and give funny enough in the main Skullgirls Discord that they'll be like, you know what, yo, you're one of the big reps right now for Beowulf. One of the shining examples. You got to rep it up for the Beo Bros. Is really is also something that people really take note of me. But I'm also just a rather loud and obnoxious type of player, even though I try to stay humble for the most part.
All right. What brought you first into fighting games? Like
Oh
why
boy.
did you begin?
So for me, I'm rather old when it comes to fighting games. I first initially got into fighting games back in 2009 with Street Fighter 4 and Vanilla Marvel 3, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 to be exact.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
that's when I like first started learning into games, and I think from there on forward it started making me a fighting game enthusiast. But I think once I think what was it? I think 2019, 2020. That's when I really started getting into the actual competitive ness for fighting games. I tried to do it with Street Fighter 5, but I think with Skullgirls, it was actually the first one that I really got into. and especially because considering at the time you had the COVID pandemic, so I actually needed to play a game with rollback, and at the time they were gonna have it on the main stage, but because of COVID and other incidences, I wasn't able to participate. So I was like, you know what, I'll still learn, and then from there on forth, I started slowly learning the character. Started learning how to play the game, and the rest is history.
So
After
rollback
that,
is what brought you into the SGC, right?
more or less, yeah, because there was some other games that I got that have rollback that I was messing around with. For example, well, Street Fighter Five is an example with rollback, but not exactly the best rollback. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, also another fun game with rollback, but I couldn't get into Power Rangers all too much. But yeah, Skullgirls was the main one that got me into it because it was like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna be playing online, and I need a fighting game with good netcode because all the other ones I've been playing have not exactly been the best netcode, or either I just didn't have much interest in. So like I dabbled before I got hard into Skullgirls. I messed with Dragon Ball Fighters, same thing, Street Fighter Five,
Hmm.
as well as the original Grand Blue, which makes me I really try to like that game, but I just could not do it, especially in delay base.
Okay, that
So
game's weird, in my
I gotta give
opinion.
shout outs to Skullgirls netcode for that.
All right. Do brackets make you nervous? If not, how do you get past stage fright?
Brackets will always make me nervous, especially um the kind of mindset that I have. I generally just want to do good. Like it's just that I know, especially nowadays, a lot of people. I have a lot of people that there's a lot of people that root for me and things to consider, and because I want to perform well. It definitely does make me nervous. I mean, heck, even for just to try to get to SGC, just to get the enough points for this coming Skullgirls Championship Series, I was nervous with every bracket because I was like, I just want to get the points. But I think what helps me get past a lot of these stage frights, and I know this is gonna be like the most like typical answer. It's definitely me having to play in a lot of tournaments prior. So the more tournaments I get to play, the more I get to try to minimize it, and especially the higher level it gets, it the more nervous it can be. But the more you play, the more you get confident in. But but I know, especially for offline, I think the one thing that also has been helping me out is actually listening to music while playing the game. I wasn't a big fan of it before, but nowadays I actually been a very big proponent of listening to like music instead of just like, you know what, I'll try to hear out for the audio cues. I don't need to hear the people in the back. Let me just play it out. Let it keep going.
Honestly, I used to feel the same. Wait, actually, just like a random question. I know this is on the sheet, but just like, what do you listen to?
For me, whenever at least for whenever I play Skullgirls, if on the competitive side of things, funny enough, and I know this it should be to no one's surprise, I definitely be listening to Persona music or any type of
Oh my god.
SMT games, like any of the Megaton games. So it'll just be like Persona. Mainly, it'll be Persona 3, especially now with the Reload, Persona 3 Reload OST now being on Spotify. I can now listen to that. Sometimes I dabble with Portable, the Ultimax games. But generally speaking, it'll be Persona that I listen to
All
just to
right.
kind of get me hyped up and be like in the proper mindset.
All right. Why do you play fighting games?
I think what makes fighting games what keeps getting me back into fighting games is I think it's a lot more of the expression and the cool things that you can do with it. That's what definitely there's definitely be like some games, for example, like Guilty Gear, where you see a character like Johnny just doing all these crazy types of combos and then still set up afterwards. It's like I think it's super sick seeing those type of things. Even you'll see it in a lot of more combo expressive games like Marvel vs. Capcom, and to a certain extent, I'm gonna put this in quotations with even with like Dragon Ball, that you'll see a lot of these types of back-to-back team related combos where you're doing one thing with one character to tag into another, do their combos, and be able to bring all of them together and have some type of synergy. I think that's what really makes me want to come back to fighting games a lot. Is can I do this really cool combo or this really cool sequence that at least to me is visually appealing versus just like let me do ABC Super. Damn, I'm nice at the game.
ABC. Oh, that was just like me when I first came to Skullgirls. First thing I used to do was just like light, medium, heavy to, just super.
Yeah, and I think that's as a beginner, that's where it goes, and then once you start getting an understanding of the combo systems and how things work, then it's like okay, now you can start doing freeform jazz.
Yep. What is your least favorite fighting game?
My least favorite fighting game. Ooh, this is tough because I know I played a lot of different fighting games.
And
I
you're like,
think out of any one of them, I think out of the most recent stuff, I think I have to say it's Grand Blue. I really tried with that game, and that
wait,
game did not want to work with me.
the new one or the old one?
I love Grand Blue. At least this is vanilla Grand Blue. I haven't
Oh,
tried
okay, okay.
versus Rising, but the stuff from vanilla kind of ticked me off, just because it was like whatchamacallit. It wanted to be like Street Fighter, which in some cases it was, but at the same time it wasn't. It was like if Guilty Gear was trying to be Street Fighter, and the character that I liked being at the time Catalina, she was I thought she was like super cool and super sick, but she just did not want to. They nerfed her like so badly that she was not fun to keep on messing around with. But I think that's like the biggest game that I always have a problem to be like, you know what, I want to come back and play this game type of way. Like every other fighting game, I'll still manage to find a reason to have fun playing with friends, but Grand Blue, it's yeah, you got to do a lot to sell me back to sell me to get back into that playing that game.
I say we force Arxis to change it. We should give him buffs or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how she is in Rising, but then again, in Rising right now, there's a lot of different characters, new, totally different mechanics and everything. So it's definitely a whole new like revamp of the game. So I don't think it's like it. I think it follows more Guilty Gear now than it did of Street Fighter because Vanilla Grand Blue, that thing was slow and so much more like footsie based type of gameplay. It was definitely a slower game.
All right, what keeps you in fighting games, or what gives you determination to keep on going?
I think nowadays, for when I initially started, I just wanted to do good and perform well with like high enough players to so that way they can be like, oh, damn, this Ruby person is really good. Like, you know what, I'm down to play with them, and like even like the fact that I can play games with like higher level players like the Kill Sage, Sev, Cloud King, and like they can ask me for games and I can still put up a fight like is really awesome to me. But I think what keeps me going now is that I want to show is now especially now I want to show off to everyone like, hey man, I play this is my character, this Beowulf guy, this is my guy, and I got to show you why. Like I got to show you who I am. Like I got to show you why I'm top dog. You know what I mean?
All right. What advice do you have for new players or outsiders of the genre?
For new players, I would say and I tell this especially for anybody coming into for a game like Skullgirls is first just play who do you like play you're playing for fun you're don't worry about winning or losing right now you want to just enjoy your time playing the game whether it's just because you want to do this really cool combo with Parasol or Big Band or you just want to make someone up with double like as long as you're able to do the things that you like it then keep on playing it and as long as you're having fun like don't force yourself to keep on coming back to the game or else you're going to end up resenting it but once you get to a high once you're like you know what I want to start competing then it's a different story but for now just enjoy your time with the game because this is because you want to again you're playing the game to have fun not playing the game to go to work you know it's not your 9 to 5 right here.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Anything you want to say to my teacher, Coach Monroe?
The only thing I will say is, Coach, gotta give shout outs to you that you're willing to do let my friend here do some interviews with fighting game players and even let this be a topic. I know this is a little bit something that's outside of the norm, but shout outs to you for this interview happening and all other possibilities. So please give my friend here the highest score in your class, low key.
Thank you, Ruby. Thank you, Ruby.
No worries.
I think that's it. Yeah. That's it for the interview.